my God. Amazing.
Real quick public service announcement before we jump into the recipe. This is unfortunately the last video that we will be uploading to this channel. The only link in the description for this video, contrary to what you'll hear, is the link for our other channel where this video will also be uploaded with all the appropriate links that you'll hear about during the video. So if you haven't already subscribed to Clean Living Mastery, our brand new channel, please go ahead and do so now, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon.
Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. Today we're going to be making the buttery, most creamy, buttery, delicious coconut crackers that you've ever tried. And it's a very, very simple recipe. There's only 5 ingredients, 2 of which are optional. We're going to start off with 8 pears. These have already been peeled. 6 cups of shredded coconut. Feel free to cut this recipe in half because it is going to make 2 full trays on the dehydrator. You are going to need a dehydrator with the, what do they call these?
Teflex sheets?
Teflex sheets. I think this is a different brand, but whatever. Something non-sticky. And maple syrup, coconut, I already said, a lemon, some salt, and what am I missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's 5. Okay, cool. So Mom's going to go ahead and measure out the coconut. This is just shredded coconut. We'll put a link in the description below, which we failed to do on the last video. And we're going to, well, Mom will tell you what she's doing. I'm just going to chop up these pears and get them ready to go.
The recipe calls for some finely shredded coconut, and because this is not finely shredded, I'm going to put it in the food processor and finely shred it. If I can get this top off. I thought these scissors were supposed to be
Kitchen
amazing.
shears, they're amazing.
No, they're not working for me that way.
Uh-oh. These are just regular old Bartlett pears. Is that how you pronounce that? Bartlett?
Yes.
Okay. Like I said, the only thing we've done so far is just peel them off. We used a, what do you call that thing? A potato peeler?
Yes.
I thought I had that out. Oh yeah. So just a regular old potato peeler to peel these. Worked like a champ. And then I'm just quartering them and taking out the hard center. And probably more than I should.
Suddenly I need lots of coconut in my life, so I'll be looking for some more deals on the internet.
Yeah, I bought several fresh ones the other day, and then one of them, I heard a trick. If you put it in the freezer, you can crack the shell, and just it makes it a whole lot easier to get the meat out. So I put it in the freezer, and I took it out, cracked the shell, worked like a champ, and I was able to, well, first, obviously, I drank the water out of it, and then cracked the shell, broke off all the pieces of meat, and then we put it, we put it in the, whatchamacallit, the freezer, or no, I'm sorry, the, we put it in, on the counter just to thaw out because it had been in the freezer. And my dog, Great Dane, Darla, came up and ate like half of it. So Mom has got the, you don't need the fancy food processor. We're using the Vitamix, which we'll leave a link in the description. If you're in the market for a high-speed blender, this is an awesome combo with the food processor attachment as well. Any old food processor will work just fine.
Then you put it.
Well, actually, it'll have to be a pretty big one unless you cut the recipe in half, because this is going to make quite a bit here.
There we go. Now, is there a pulse feature?
Yeah, you have to turn it on first. Switch is on the back right bottom. Right here. Yep. And then the pulse is right here.
Okay, over here. So I'm just going to pulse this until it's more finely shredded. That works very nicely. Okay. Do you have to do so? No, just lift it off.
Yeah, you can push that little lever in the back right here and leave the base on the Vitamix.
Oh, yeah.
And that makes it easier because it's a lot
Do you
less
use the
heavy.
base for the...
Only for the food processor.
Okay. Press the lever. And then you have to lift up these.
Yep. Just, yeah.
This one might not work for me. Thank you.
Yep.
So we'll just put this aside into the bowl provided. You think that's macaroonish enough for you?
I do. All right, if you want to go ahead and add the maple syrup, the salt, and that'd be great.
We need 2 tablespoons of maple syrup.
Yep, and this is an optional ingredient, you guys. If you want to leave out the salt and the syrup, you can. This is obviously just adds a little bit, just heightens the dimension of flavor because obviously these are going to be sweet because of the pears. The coconut, not so much, but the pears are definitely really, really sweet already. The lemon is obviously just going to give it a nice...
I thought you were going to say the lemon and the salt were optional.
Oh, no, the syrup and the salt. I mean, the lemon, I guess
I
technically
think
you
the
could.
syrup would help bind it together a bit.
It may.
And how much salt do we need?
The salt is a half a teaspoon right there.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, salt, obviously, there's some magical goodness about salt, although a lot of people would rather avoid it or minimize it, and you certainly could if that's your prerogative. So then we're just going to squeeze half of a lemon into here. And we're ready to roll.
There.
Perfect. All right, so we'll just put it back on base. There it goes. Okay. All right, once you get that completely pulverized into like a baby food type consistency, I mean, you want it really blended up hard in there. Then you're going to go ahead and add all your coconut. Ooh, that smells good. You can definitely smell the lemon. It smells really good. So does that coconut because we got it so much more shredded up there.
Oh, yeah.
And that's it. It's literally that simple. Then we're going to split it in half onto 2 different trays. Again, if you wanted to just go ahead and do half of a batch, you absolutely could. This is quite a bit. 2 full trays is quite a bit. It's just the last several times Mom and I have made crackers, we've kind of, I think, both wished that we each had a full tray ourselves, especially with those apple pie ones. If you haven't seen that one, I'll put that one in the description below as well. That's a really good recipe.
It's both of our favorite.
Best crackers I think we've ever had. They're sweet, of course, so they're not the best savory. They're not our favorite savory cracker, but Mom and I both have a sweet tooth, and if we had to pick between a savory or a sweet, I think we would both
Do you already have this?
opt for
No,
these.
you don't.
No, I forgot to get the spatulas out. I don't know what I was thinking.
I can't tell which one's sturdier. This one?
Those are both the same.
Okay.
All right, so I think that's even. We'll see here.
This one looks a little bit bigger,
Is it? Oh yeah, you're right. It is.
so I'll steal some.
So this is kind of fun. It's like frosting a cake, sort of.
Yeah, it's like plastering
And these
a
look
wall or
really,
something.
really good. Very smooth and buttery and creamy and delicious.
Yes, I can't wait.
I'm loving the coconut.
Me too.
We are on a coconut kick. Really good for you too. Oh, so I never got to finish my story about the dog eating the coconut. So my Great Dane ate like half of my coconut, which not good. And then at 2 a.m., I woke up to the sound of her dry heaving in her crate. And she's older for a Dane. I think she's like 8-ish or so.
She's a large Dane too.
Yeah, I've never met a small one, but she is pretty
But she's, for a female, she's pretty good size.
She's, yeah, 120 pounds, and she's very lean. But, yeah, fortunately, I got up at about 3.
It's like cream of wheat. That's what this
It is like
is.
cream, like a thickened cream of wheat, you're right. And she made it outside barely and then puked up what I thought was just her dinner, but turns out, no, it was definitely the coconut. And up to that point, I did not even know
That she.
I'm like, where did all the coconut? I thought I had a lot more than this, you know? It was like a whole coconut, and after I measured it out, it was a cup and a half or something. I'm thinking, that's not
Whoops.
nearly as much as I was hoping it would be. But
Do
now
we,
we're going to want to score these, so.
We are?
Yeah.
I think yours are thicker than mine.
You do?
Maybe a little bit, but
Yeah, I think you're right. You want some, or do you just want to have a thinner batch and a thicker batch?
let's have a thinner and a
Okay.
thicker.
So now you'll want to score them, and that's really kind of to your preference. I think, I don't know, smaller's preferable to some degree. I like those apple ones. I kind of like the little tiny ones.
Me
just 'cause They're
too.
so hard.
They are.
Very
I love
crunchy.
them.
I do too.
I got them out today for some lunch, and it was.
I had a bunch
they're
today
really
as well.
tasty.
I think like 6 of them
I,
after my
after
smoothie.
a while, I was like, all right, you better quit.
Yeah, they're
You
very
end up-
addictive. Like you can just go through them one after another
Yep,
after another.
they're real tasty. Very satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Good enough. So this is coming out of these trays come out of a 9-tray Excalibur dehydrator. We'll go ahead and tag that or link that rather in the description if you want. If you're in the market for a dehydrator, this is definitely one to consider. After reviewing quite a few, this is the one we settled on. It's the only like big dehydrator we have. We've had several smaller ones, which are great, but what a good investment this has been for us, especially because we started soaking all of our nuts and seeds, and man, can you do a lot more nut
This
and seed
tastes
soaking.
So good.
Oh, good. You tried a little bite? Mm-hmm. Cool. Do you want to grab a tray and we can show off the...
Yes. Uh-oh.
I'm going to have to kill the light, unfortunately, but we can show off the laundry room dehydrator setup that we have. I don't know if I can carry the light and camera and a tray of crackers, but I think I'll try.
Oh.
So yeah, they look pretty good here. So yeah, off the side of the kitchen, we have our laundry room. And, oh, I should have shortened up the tripod a bit. But yeah, there it is, the 9-tray Excalibur, and we'll go ahead and slide that one in. And, oh, can't see, you're blocking it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Now, where am I not? Over here. And we're going 145 for an hour?
145 degrees for the first hour, and then we're going to knock it on back to 115 for 12 hours. All right, we will be back to do a taste test. All right, I lied on the last one. I said it was 12 hours. It's supposed to be 24 hours, so it's actually been almost 24. Almost. We're going to try them out. Heading into the laundry room. Here we are with our dehydrator. If you want to pull one of those out and give me one. There we go. They separated completely on the tray. Oh my God. Amazing.
Yummy, yummy.
Crunchy, so good. Very sweet. The coconut gives it that really nice texture. Better than the apple crackers.
These are really thin and just really delicious.
These are better than the apple crackers.
Or just as good as.
Oh my God. You gotta make these. They're
Especially
incredible.
during pear season.
Pears are in season, guys. There's no excuse. Get you some coconut and enjoy these. Thanks for watching.